sell me this pen. Come on, sell me this pen. How many of you have watched that famous scene from the Wolf of Wall Street movie? You know, most people find that very fascinating because the guy started rambling about the features of the pen, started saying this pen is very valuable, this pen will write, the ink will not dry, you know, all those features that actually nobody cares about. So in this video, I'll be outlining the 3 things that make you sell anything to anyone, be it a pen, be it a glass cup, be it a pair of shorts, anything. I'm going to be outlining the principles, the first principles that are behind every sales transaction that goes on. The first one being people buy based on emotions and justify with logic. The first time I heard this, it was still a bit confusing to me. I was like, how do people buy with emotions? They don't cry when they are buying. They don't shout. They're not excited. But then when I now found myself in this process of buying with emotion and later justifying with logic, I was like, oh, so this is actually real. I'll tell you a brief story before I move into this. I've always loved sneakers, but then I usually watch Mr. Beast videos, Jimmy's videos. So I saw that the way they wear sneakers is that, you know, over here, if you buy like original sneakers, it looks so, oh my God, yeah. But then they were all wearing normally. And then the outfit he wears it with, I loved it actually. So long story short, I bought a pair of sneakers for myself because I saw how it fitted Jimmy. No logical explanation. I needed shoes, quite alright, but not sneakers per se. I just bought it because I loved the feel. I loved how cool they looked whenever he wore those sneakers with his outfit. And that's why I ordered for my own sneakers. So there, I felt that connection. I felt that feeling of wanting to be like Jimmy, even though I'm actually not going to be like Jimmy. Do you understand? Market people know how to do this very, very well. You know, most of you have moved into the marketplace, into the market stores, and then you see how they are hustling you, telling you, come on, try this shirt on, try these slippers on, try these glasses on. One day I was actually in the market when I went to buy just slippers, bedroom slippers, and I happened to walk into this boutique because I saw a shirt that I really liked. When I walked into this boutique, I had no intention whatsoever to get this shirt. But once I walked in, first thing the guy told me was, he just greeted me and asked me what I'm looking for. I told him, no, I'm just here to look around. And then he just showed me around. And as smart as he was, he noticed I spent more time in the shirt section. Immediately he took the opportunity and then he just brought out a shirt. He didn't even ask, he just brought out a shirt, placed it in front of me. I was like, try this shirt on, boss. Try this shirt on. You know the way they say it. What's this shirt fit you? Boss, wear this shirt. This shirt makes sense. It go even match your slippers. I tried on the shirt and I really love the shirt actually. When I put on the shirt, he asked me, why do I want to get this kind of shirt? So I told him, like, that this shirt right now, these top YouTubers, this is what they wear and it suits them. Do you understand? I felt, wow, okay. And he called a few names actually that stay in this part of the country that they buy this kind of shirts, not from him per se, but it's this kind of shirts they buy from his people. I'm like, okay. Funny enough, this is the shirt. I bought it. I had no intention of buying it, but I bought it. Why? The way he made me feel in that moment, I felt, oh, if I get this shirt, I might as well just get it since it's what other YouTubers usually wear for their videos. I forgot the reason I needed the shirt. I needed the shirt actually so that it will not distract when I'm watching videos. But that wasn't the reason I had in my head when making that payment. I made that payment because, of course, he did the whole scarcity and urgency one. That one is a different story on its own. People buy with emotion and you need to tap into those emotions. But before you tap into those emotions, you need to be aware of those emotions. What are the emotions that people tap into when making purchases? It's usually fear of missing out. So someone can be afraid that they will miss this and they buy it, even though they don't need it right now. When you tell them that, oh, it's 3 books remaining right now, they come in and be like, I love this book, I would like to get it, but I'll come back later. Like, oh, that's nice, you love this book. There were 2 actually. One was bought yesterday, someone has already ordered this, but if you're going to make payments right now, we could as well give it to you, and the next order that comes next month, we just tell him that someone ordered it. I'm like, I want to miss out. I want to get this immediately. People buy out of fear. Here's an emotion. People buy out of happiness. When they are sad, you could buy, of course, yeah, you could buy sad things. Like if Billie Eilish is selling a sad album, if you're sad, you definitely go and buy it. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to make you understand is when you want to sell to someone, kick logic out of the door, because People are not in their logical minds when they are making purchases. They are excited. They've seen something they love. They've seen something they've been looking for, and they're just in the moment. What you just need to do right now is make them make that purchase now. If they don't make it now, logic kicks in later. And once logic kicks in, logic starts saying, this sneakers you want to buy, sure, you know, if you buy it, you're not Jimmy. Hope you know. This shirt you want to buy, what if it's not original? It's original actually, but what if it's not original? Logic starts kicking in. Believe me, customers don't need 100 logical questions to terminate that purchase. They just need 2, at most 3. 1 can do the job. So you need to tap into their emotional states and take good advantage of it. So tell me in the comment section, how can you sell me this pen by making me buy with emotion and justifying with logic later? Tell me in the comment section. The second principle is people buy their way out of something, not into something. So if you understand that people, when they are making a purchase for something, they want to leave a particular thing. They have a problem. They want to leave that problem. If you're able to present your product as something that helps them leave that particular situation they're in, you make that sale faster. Most of you might have heard this popular analogy. People don't buy the drill. They buy the hole in the wall. They need a hole in the wall. They need the results. They don't need the process. If you're able to understand that when someone comes into the shop and tells you, oh, I'm looking for a drill, you should not start looking for the most expensive drill and start convincing them to buy it. You could bring the most expensive drill, but you're not telling them why it is expensive. You're telling them what it can do for them that other drills cannot do. Remember, always present the results. Whenever you're presenting your product to someone, in details, if possible, go into details of showing them how this particular product can get them out of that situation or that problem they are facing right now. It's not a must people buy it because they have a problem. Remember, the first principle, people buy out of emotion. So someone can just be happy and they just buy. Okay, but while taking all this into consideration, always make sure you're not fall into the trap of selling them the process or selling them the actual product. Okay, sell them the results, because that's what people want. People dabble into real estate, people make investments in real estate. Trust me, nobody likes the long paperwork, because for you to buy a land, you have to sign papers, you have to do some deals and everything. Nobody likes it. But then, if you notice, the smart realtors don't talk about the paperwork. What they talk about is the results, which is high return on investment. When you buy with 2 million today, in the next 3 years, you're getting 2 million extra, 100% return. You know, that's what they're talking about, the results. When someone buys a land of 2 million to resell it for 4 million 2 years later, they're not buying it because they value the 4 million. They're buying because they want to leave that state of being confused with that 2 million that is in their account. They want to leave that state. So if you're presenting your product, if you're presenting a land to someone, you should present it as, oh, see the problem you have now. See the way this product will help you leave that problem. Okay, so people buy their way out of something, not into it. Instead of telling someone what your product will do for them, tell them how that product will help them stop experiencing what they're experiencing now. The third principle is people don't buy products and services. People buy stories. People buy why. Okay, I'll tell you a brief story. I talk about Mr. Beast again. Mr. Beast, if you notice his products, Feastables, the chocolates, if at all I'm ever going to buy that chocolate, it might be 50% because of the reviews I've seen online. Like, anybody that tastes the chocolate always gives it a very positive review. But deep down, if I'm to ever buy that chocolate, what moved me is the story I heard behind this product. I might be selling his products for him here right now, but that's the essence of a good story. I'll tell you the essence of a good story. A good story not only sells to your direct customers, it gives your customers a platform to sell to other people too. Did you get that? What I'm about to do now, whether you like it or not, I'm going to sell you Jimmy's product, and I didn't intend on selling it. I'm just using it as a case study to teach you something. Is the story of Feastables. Is a chocolate bar. There are lots of chocolate bars, but then I heard him at an interview when he said that the labor that is being involved in producing other chocolates are 90% from West Africa, and is child labor. So to produce the cocoa that is being used in processing these chocolates is children that have to go to the farms, the children that have to do most of the labor. Now, Mr. Beast came with a very simple solution. He would produce the world's best chocolate without using child labor. So I can literally see 2 chocolate bars I've never tasted. I don't have any preference right now. But once I hear this story about Feastables, I go for it, because I'm eating it. I'm like, no child labor was involved in that bite, so I'll enjoy this to the fullest. Now I can have a story to tell someone else that is like, oh, which chocolate should I get? Like, get Feastables. You know, no child labor is involved. Very, very simple story. Remember this, write it down. Facts tell. Stories sell. Facts will tell you everything about the product. Yes, the Feastables bar doesn't break easily, yada yada yada. Stories sell. Story is why Feastables. Why did you go about Feastables? That was for products. About services, build a story behind the service you're rendering. Don't say, I'm a graphic designer, I design flyers. Don't say, I'm a YouTuber, I talk on YouTube. Craft a story. My story now for creating content or for pitching my courses to people is simple. I struggled, I found this skill, it helped me make money. But before I made this amount of money, I had to struggle again for 3 years. Nobody to help me, nobody to coach me, nobody to mentor me, nobody to correct me. I did everything on my own for 3 long years. It was after I figured it out on the 3rd year that if I had someone that could coach me, I could actually do this in a month. And I now did this for the first person, my cousin, and he learned this skill in a month and he became as good as I was in less than 2 months. I was like, oh, so I can shrink the time that it takes someone to start making money from this skill just by showing them how to do it. And that's why I do, and that's why I created this course teaching this skill. You see the story? Instead of going to say, this course teach you this skill, video editing, it teach you the basics, everything you need to know, yada yada. You know, those are facts. Facts play a vital role in making your product sell, but then try and make sure you employ the story factor. Nike, all these big brands, McDonald's, Mercedes, Ferrari, Lamborghini, they all have stories, and that's what basically makes them sell. For Lamborghini, they said the guy, he went to Ferrari company that time, the Ferrari's boss told him about a few complications that could be corrected, and he said no. Then he left and put in the work and finally came out with his car, Lamborghini. They tell you the story of Amazon, how Jeff Bezos suffered. All these are stories. You think human beings don't connect to stories? What's the Bible filled with? Stories. Stories are everywhere, and it's not something you craft out of thin air. Tell your story. You have a story. Why did you start doing what you're doing right now? There's no need to go and start asking AI to craft a compelling story for you. Your story is compelling enough. If it was strong enough to get you to do what you're doing right now, the fact that you're doing it means that your why was strong enough to get you out of inertia, to start making movement, momentum, to do what you're doing right now. That product you're creating, that service you're rendering, create a story around it. That is what will make it sell. So in the comment section, tell me how to create a story around this pen that will make me buy this pen from you. Tell me in the comment section, I want to know. So those are the 3 principles that if you apply very well, you can sell anything to anyone. I've gotten lots of messages from lots of you telling me that they've gone through my videos, they've learned everything, but then they are still confused on where to start. What skill is the best skill to start with right now? I made a full 30-minute video explaining the best skill you can start with right now, presently in this year. Lots of people are not rushing this particular niche, this particular skill, and that's why the ground is still fertile for you to plant on and start making crazy results from it. So I'll link the video in the description below. Once you're done watching this video, rush to that video, watch the video. Towards the end of the video, there's even an opportunity for you to work on a deeper level with me. Take the opportunity if you can. Okay, if you liked this video, if you gained value from this video, hit the like button. If you want to be notified when I upload the next time, hit the subscribe button. And of course, our mantra, our ritual here, take the link of this video and share with just 3 people that you believe this message would really help. That digital marketer, that person that sells anything, take this link and share it with them. Okay, till next time, as always, where you are right now is not your final destination. I shall see you at the top.